Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
Hey everybody, my name's Michael.
Me cleave. Jammin'.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Friendship.
Cleave, write a movie and produce it already, please.
We're the podcast that dares to explore the ever unwinding mind of people that make shitty fucking dinosaur movies, apparently.
So I get a recap. Jurassic World to something comes out June 10th. Jurassic Park came out June 11th, 1993. So we're just doing dinosaur shit. We're just going to do dinosaur shit for a minute.
We do be doing dinosaur shit this week, and this month.
And today we watched a movie that I selected called Hatched.
And what a name it was.
Yeah, because that's how the dinosaurs got here. This movie looked really like good quality.
The trailer?
All the way up until you got the dinosaurs.
Well, because it's just people. They didn't use anything other than people.
But I mean, like, even camera-wise,
yeah,
the Lost of Pastor looked like a porn.
Oh, right? The whole time, yeah.
This didn't, though. You know what I mean? Like, this could have been a movie.
Yeah, it could have been a horror film.
If they just had good dinosaurs.
If it wasn't British people doing it.
That's what it was.
British people aren't scary.
I feel there's one British scary person.
Ooh.
I don't know. I'm gonna look. Keep talking.
Jack the Ripper? I don't even think he's real, guys. Hatched is a suspense thriller in which dinosaur gets hatched. Yo,
is that
did we need
the recap we're going with?
Did we need to add in that his kid died and then he brought his kid back to life and that's how he now he fucks with dinosaurs?
I like that. That's okay. So in this movie, we find out where we're going to visit the family who live way out by themselves, and the brother of these two sisters had a child and lost him, like maybe
a year prior to when they visited.
But like the age of the kid when they passed, the baby. Right?
No, similar to the age that he is now.
I thought he was growing aggressively fast because they didn't
he did
know
in like
he
a couple
aged.
of months.
Okay. Anyway, not important. So
there was like pictures of him.
Like, I only saw pictures of him as a baby
at the family's house.
Yeah,
there was pictures of him at the family house as like a toddler, like that age, like 6 or 7.
And obviously he's driven by grief to, as a scientist, try to find a way to bring his child back. Finds a way to make a baby, but then is like, I could be, because it all made sense to me until just now. He's like, I could bring back these dinosaurs that I got from a fossil from another experiment. That'll be like a scientific like
breakthrough
hero. Yeah, dude, you made a person.
You made a person. You brought him back from the
dinosaur.
Dead.
Yeah. Because at first I was like, okay, I get it. Like, if I'm a scientist, this is what I do. If I get a chance to bring back dinosaurs, fuck yeah. Like, why wouldn't you do it? But now that I'm thinking about it, you made people. Like, you did it. But who cares?
When exploring the inner thoughts of Simon in his diary, he at one point in time talks about how like he moved out to this ranch to be away from people so that they didn't have prying eyes and so that they were secluded and, you know, the nearest neighbor is 10 minutes away and like made it sound like it was for their safety, for everybody else who's breeding dinosaurs at this point. but they had been living there for long. Like, they were there when their baby died, or when their child died. So, like, that's not why you moved there, Simon.
Yeah, a lot of weird things in the story. Don't look at it too closely, though. So the family comes visits, and the dinosaurs got loose, of course, because movie.
Fucking
And
Christine went into the barn.
the barn that she's not supposed to go into.
Stupid fucking Christine.
And it's funny to me because in my head, when I watched the trailer, I thought it was going to be like they're just stuck on this plot of land, and they're going to have to try to just find a way out, right? It's like you can give us some jump scares, the dinosaurs popping out and stuff, and it'd be fine. But the military gets there like 20 minutes in. And I'm like, oh, okay, so the movie's over now. Like
she dialed 999. And
fat fingered it.
So, like, that's I don't think that's actually Britain's 911. Maybe it is 999. I thought it was something else, but yeah, she calls 999 and they're like, what's your emergency? And she's like, you're not gonna believe me. And then they went to another fucking scene and they came back and said, backup will be there in 10 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know how shocked they're in the fucking dinosaur
right?
Also, 999 is the official emergency number for the UK.
According to the IT credits, 018961. I don't remember the whole song about it. It's hilarious, but no, yeah. For some reason I thought it was like. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Calls 911. Essentially, they're like, the police will be there in a couple minutes, and then the military shows up.
4 military men, to be exact. And a doctor.
Private Ryan. Thank you.
So I'm curious if like they just intercepted what was going on, because it definitely didn't seem like they're who you would. I mean, well, who do you call, right? Hey, there's dinosaurs on this land. I need you to. Are you in the area? Can you get this call? Like, no, man, I'm not going to a dinosaur call. I quit. I've got like 2 more days to my pension. I'm not answering that call.
At any point in time, I know that Private Ryan's not who I'm asking for. They could have came up with anything. I didn't need them to give me some.
You came up with Private Ryan because
nobody saved him. He died. Not immediately. He was one of the last, but didn't go well.
Yeah, so the military gets there and they're really curious about the dinosaurs.
Aggressively.
To be fair, like dinosaurs. And shenanigans ensue.
How did they know to bring a doctor, Cleve?
That's what I'm saying. I
scientist?
Think that, there had to have been like some kind of like interception of that. They're tapping all our calls, man. Nobody's right now.
Nobody's calling
and
saying
listening to us, but
nobody's calling and saying there's a dinosaur attack, and no government official anywhere is like, let's take this seriously, guys. Send the military and a scientist.
I would have said, we're all being murdered at this house. Please help us.
Right. Yes. I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't understand why you couldn't figure out. Just all you say is, we found a dead body, and then police will show up.
Yeah. You know, we say fire, don't scream for help, because people will come for a fire, but nobody comes to help people.
Nobody cares about you. They care about them damn selves.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me why the sergeant was so aggressive with his gun?
Sergeant.
It's not America. Like, it's Britain.
Because you know why? When you're in Britain, you're one of the few people with a gun.
I feel like they only have billy clubs there usually.
You wave it around all you want when you're the only person with a gun.
Look at me!
I call the shots. I'm not even really a sergeant. I just have the gun today.
At one point in time, he pointed the gun at the girl. He's like, stand down. Like, she's not doing anything. She just said, I want to go.
And then she didn't even really back up at first. I'm like,
no.
Are you... do you know it's a gun? I know you guys will see a lot of them, and we do, but it's a gun there.
Did you notice that their accents kept coming in and out the whole time too?
Yeah, you don't look at that close.
Every once in a while they'd have an accent, then all of a sudden they wouldn't. We really got, like, one of the sisters couldn't get over the fact that the boy was back alive. The other one did skip a beat. Was just like, yay, Mark. Also, every time I saw a velociraptor, anytime it opened its mouth, I gave it voices while I was watching it. Like, every once in a while, I'd come around, it went around the corner and went like this. And I was like, "Sup, girl? How's it going? What you doing today?" Like,
I thought maybe like you gave it like funny roars. Like it came in and went. Ah.
it was the same level of animation that they put into the Canadian speaking at South Park. Like, it was just like, it looked like a piece of a picture that they just were like, we're making to do that. I don't know. Jammin, tell us your thoughts, man. He's a dinosaur expert, guys. That's why we brought him in here.
Oh yeah.
He actually has dug through at least 3 different piles of dinosaur dung, and is able to easily identify every dinosaur claw that there is.
I don't know. To me, this one felt really corny. Just everything.
Why?
The acting, the dinosaurs, everything. It felt almost forced, you know?
Well, you have to force acting.
No, right. But like,
what was your issue with the dinosaurs, Jammin? I don't understand.
The T-Rex didn't look. The raptors were really rough.
The T-Rex had such short, fat, stubby arms.
It was weird
like,
looking.
It was like disproportionate.
Yeah.
Well, and also
shit at everybody.
Also, you guys know that, like, if you take 3 raptors and you ball them up in a ball, you get a T-Rex.
Yeah,
that's how that happens.
I like that. Everybody had anybody just stayed in the car. There's a whole other movie. Nobody fucking stayed in the car. Nobody stayed in the car.
Who on crutches like that is like, I heard a dinosaur. I heard a large roar. Let me walk towards it. Oh, I'm sorry, not walk towards. Let me crutch towards it.
Into the barn, past this fucking sheet that is obviously meant to cover things up.
Yo, there was a scene, right? Okay, so when she goes in there, originally, either Christine or the mom, I can't remember. One of them goes in there, and they show the feet going across the caution tape. And I was like, oh, like, that was smart of Simon. He put caution sign across it so, like, people wouldn't cross it, and then someone must have ripped through it. It was on the floor. And then we go to the scene and him setting up his lap, and the fucker slaps it on the ground. Like, he's like, here's a little welcome sign. Caution. The fuck? What?
What do you want me to do with it?
I want to backtrack a bit to the beginning.
Yes. Yeah.
Where he's putting the child in the car, right? And then he's like taken back by this giant dinosaur. In that time, he could have easily gotten in the car, right? Just saved his life. Just gotten in the car with
or closed the door and ran.
That one. He's like, close your eyes, and I'm like, bitch, you could have closed the door. You knew that shit was coming.
And then the kid just watched it.
Yeah, he did. He sure did.
Yeah, no, he could have easily been gone. At least went back in the house. Like, there's options.
Yeah. Okay.
I loved when they showed the guy in the mouth of the T-Rex, and like the arms aren't flailing or anything; they're just stiff.
You give up at that point.
I liked when
this is my life now.
The mom falls on the ground, and they're like, "Don't move," and she's like, "Run!" And then the T-Rex is eating her, but like it flashes away and then flashes back to where she should have been lying and where the T-Rex is eating, and there's nothing there. And he's just chomping, and then blood spraying everywhere. But there's nothing there. There hasn't been anything there for a while.
Yeah, no, the eating of the T-Rex was just like, you're done. Get out of here, you. No.
Didn't it happen twice where they tell him not to move, and they continue moving and like just looking around the second time with the military guys?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna move in that situation. Like, do you think not moving is going to do it for you?
But look, Nick heard the dinosaur noises when he's screaming for Drake. He heard the growling behind him. The guy's looking behind him and pointing his gun in his general direction. Is like, where is it? Drake, where is it? Tell me. Like, dude, it's not good.
Well,
Just don't
but,
look.
but dog, fucking tell me. Like,
Fair.
if we're recording right now, let's say that there's a room behind me. If you see a fucking figure walking up, tell me.
But here's the thing.
Don't be
Cleve.
like,
what are you gonna do?
Cleve. Bulbs.
I just, like.
You know what? I can run while you're shooting at it, and maybe I have a chance. I don't know. Don't fucking just be like, that's over, dog. You fucking might as well just stay there.
I've made the decision for you.
Don't move. Let me line my shot up. And then I missed anyway.
Okay, this is nothing in this movie ever indicated that this man somehow made these dinosaurs stronger, have impenetrable skin. There is no reason that a rifle that they're shooting them with should not have killed every one of them.
Well, the T-Rex is bigger, right? So, like, I don't know.
They riddled that thing with fucking machine, like, and like,
that first raptor? They dropped that first raptor.
With 2 shots. Like, pop, pop, done. But I think they, like, later on, they indicated that they just incapacitated him. Because later on, there's 2 raptors attacking again.
I thought it was one fast one.
And was that only in the... Well, at times, they were fast. Sometimes he's like, I'm going to get to you. And he's like, just fucking super happy running up to you. Like, hey, can you do something?
I do feel like the characters in this one were good. Everyone but the dad. And the only reason the dad gets shit is because he's like, they fucking lost a kid a year ago. Like, move on. You can kind of get bent. Like...
I really, like, we said, who looks like the biggest cunt in Britain? And we said, that's going to be the sergeant. He just looked like a piece of shit.
I agree.
Don't worry, guys. We waited till like 10, 15 minutes into the episode before Michael used the C word. It's fine. We can stay monetized.
There was a good part I liked where Jocelyn was like, hey, Caitlin, where's your phone? And Caitlin's like, well, you left it downstairs. Like when I gave it to you, remember? And she goes, okay, can you go get it? I'm like, no. Because there's fucking dinosaurs downstairs. No, I'm not going by myself. No, I'm not going. Not gonna go. Fuck you. Fuck that phone. Fuck you. First of all, you left it.
Yeah, you go get it.
Like, I had my phone in my hand, and then you asked for it. Get bent. Yeah, no, not good.
At one point, they're walking through the forest, and she drops the cricket bat for the gun, and the sister's like, "Do you, like, every once in a while there's this." Oh, I'll talk about that in a second. She picks it up, and they're like, she goes, "Do you know how to use that?" No, bitch, but there's fucking dinosaurs here, so guess what? The bullets are gonna do more than the bat.
I always think, like, when animals like that, like, if there was a cougar that was like running at you, like, okay, what do you know? Let's say we have to fight. Let's say you have that cricket bat that she had. Like, I guess I feel good with it, right?
You're gonna give one good swing,
barehanded.
You're gonna give one good swing and
you gotta put everything
that's what
behind
it is.
that one and hope that you connect. Hope that the cougar's not like, oh shit, that's way.
Dodges and I overswing and then it just fucking jumps on my back and there you go, I'm done.
Bites me in the back of the calf.
And I can never fucking do anything again.
You have to just assume that that's going to be your best bet to get out of the situation, right? That's all you got.
There's weird. Okay, did you guys get a weird like lover vibe between the two sisters? Like that they had originally written it to be like significant others. They'd have these weird moments, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I did not understand they were sisters at first. I don't know that I connected there necessarily. Maybe that first conversation because it was kind of like not just they didn't give me any information like about them at all.
Every once in a while, like us finding out about Mark, but like it was weird because like they didn't even really hit the fact that Mark was dead until they were like there with Mark, and they're like, Mark's dead though.
Well, I assume that was them trying to have clever writing, like, oh, you know, everything they've been through, and then they don't say anything else about it. And you know what happened to Simon a year ago, and then they don't say anything else about it, and that's them trying to lead up to good writing. That's how I took it as.
Every once in a while, though, like the reason I thought they were real like lover vibe was like the gun moment was a good one. Like she picked up the gun and she's like, I guess I need to learn now. There's dinosaurs here, and she just kind of looks at her, and then Jocelyn's just like this, like at deadpan, like, and then
I don't know. That's the acting.
oh, okay.
I don't think that was the relationship.
It
That
was
was like,
rough.
what do I do with my face in the scene?
There was multiple times where that happened.
I thought
Jammin,
the kid was cute. Cute kid.
Yeah.
Michael hates kid actors.
I don't hate kid actors. I just
you don't ever really like any of them.
Here's the thing. Okay, so I have a bomb to drop on you. Okay, so like I texted Cleve immediately. Was like I don't know who Mark is because like I could have sworn that child was a girl. Doesn't matter if it was a boy or a girl. Does not matter at all. But I couldn't like it didn't feel right when they kept saying he. Like I wasn't thinking about this child, and it has nothing to do with just the long hair because boys can have long hair. It just like the vibe was not male for whatever reason, and there is a scene at 1 hour and 5 minutes and 16 seconds in which they show the wall of the scientist Simon in the place where that other scientist, the doctor / scientist, is researching things, which also is a joke because like she's just swirling shit around. Like, why are you there? There's dinosaurs. What are you trying to determine? But anyways, on the wall it says the levels of daughter hormones or something. Hold on, let me pull up the picture I took of it. I was cracking up when I was like, aha, I know I'm not crazy. It says the mutation in the daughter cells during the mitosis process. So they very much at one point were going to make his kid a girl.
You think they just didn't? They just read it that way and were like, "Well, you keep going."
Yeah.
You know how much it costs to reshoot that scene?
I imagine the person that was doing the props saw the actor and was like, "Girl, okay, daughter," and then they're like, "Ah, fuck."
He did look like a little girl, and I atoned the personality to growing up on this place really fast and only knowing 2 people your whole life.
Okay.
And then, there's a part of your life where you were hiding in a cabinet for dinosaurs. So how much can you develop?
The child just had a lot of features, like looked a lot like my daughter, honestly. Like that to me, like I saw a lot of like my kid in that, and I'm like, all right, like I don't know, it just didn't add up to me, but it just I just thought it was funny that randomly on the fucking wall there's just a piece of paper that talks about his daughter. Anyways, the kid was fine. Jammin, I have a question for you. All right, Jammin. So you're walking through the forest, running from dinosaurs, right? And I'm gonna build it for you, and you're trying to help protect this child, and you come across 3 dinosaur eggs. What do you do with those eggs?
Smash the fuck out of them is what I do, considering what I just went through.
I'd waste 3 bullets on the eggs.
Yeah. No hesitation. None.
Or use it for ransom? I don't know.
Would you ever say, I don't know, pick it up and taunt the dinosaur and then run away with it?
Which was weird because why would you... No. Okay, so I assumed it's the velociraptors, right? Because there's 2 of them and that's kind of how they made that make sense, right?
They were saying it was the T-Rex because they said that's why the T-Rex ran away. Because the T-Rex... So here's weird. Okay, so like... This is why I joked about how obviously 3 raptors make a T-Rex. So the first one we see that they show video of is the one that escaped, which is the T-Rex. But it was a raptor that we saw while he was like caged with them and like he was training them.
See, I thought he made Raptor Rex Raptor.
So T-Rex first, technically, because the one that got away was the one that went off to grow. And that's why he's a T-Rex, because he grew faster.
But in the very beginning, right, when Christine went in there, But the T-Rex was already there.
The
That's what
T-Rex,
ate the dad.
so the one that was there that was loose was one of the raptors.
So you're not talking about the scene where Christine goes in, or his wife goes in, and she's like, "Oh, it
No.
escaped." Okay, you're
No,
talking about
that's previously. So
Yeah.
the one of them escapes,
Mhm.
and that's when he then works on trying because he got too big. So then he works on trying to slow down the growth process, and that's where you get the velociraptors from, because the growth process is slowed down. Because obviously a velociraptor grows into a T-Rex eventually. That's the logic that Simon would
Gotcha.
have us go with. So that's T-Rex eggs. So you see T-Rex eggs just sitting out there, and you're like, well, I know the T-Rex is eating everybody.
I thought it was raptor eggs because raptors, you know.
Yeah. No, I made the very loud proclamation of how the fuck did it get pregnant? How the fuck is
Right.
it laying eggs? I yelled that at one point. I said, this isn't how this works. T-Rexes aren't fucking asexual.
Yeah, because it was talking about like, oh, that's why it won't leave or whatnot. Yeah, no, I thought it was talking about the raptors the whole time. I did not pick up that it was talking about the T-Rex at all.
It just nobody picked up a book. You know, Velocipaster at least had a book of everything to know about dinosaurs. It was a kid book,
They had a journal.
but
They read the journal.
nobody nobody directing this movie was like, let's see how dinosaurs work. They were just like, I know, Velociraptors and T-Rexes, those are on T-shirts. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah. I think the biggest shock for me was the little boy death. I wasn't ready for the little boy death.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
unnecessary.
And like I will say the super touching moment when she was like, at least we got to spend one more time with him. I was like, fuck, like I'm not watching you for this. I'm watching you for a completely different reason.
When she said that, I looked at Katie and I was like, no, all that happened was that boy who has no understanding of what you guys understood had to watch his parents die, had to watch his aunt and uncle die, had to like watch everybody get murdered and massacred and shot by these monsters. And then he died. He died a horrible death of asphyxiation of blood.
Who was his aunt and uncle?
Not aunt and uncle, I'm sorry, grandpa and grandma.
That grandparents, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Also,
the relationship's so weird.
Mom,
like Simon doesn't
Mom
look
seems
like
so much older than Dad.
well, and like Simon didn't feel like he was related to like he felt like a different age bracket than the kid. Like I was so very the whole. But yeah, no, he got to sit there and choke on his own blood at the end. It's great. It's super fucking good. You see all the flies flying around her? Like they had already come for the more. Like they're like, hey, there's a dead kid. Flies.
He's probably been decaying for a while if you think about it.
On the inside, that's fair.
I like that we just kept lying to him. Everything's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it.
I thought when she had that face, when Caitlin had that face, I was like, fuck, this is gonna be great because we're gonna go back to Mark in Jocelyn's arms, and he's gonna be like an old man.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just a decayed mummified body.
Or just a man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because like the look on her face was not like, oh, there's the dead child that we knew was gonna die soon. That's there's a grown man in your hands dead.
I was waiting for the moment, and I feel like we wasted it, of like the T-Rex going to chomp on someone and then just getting really old and dying.
That would have been great.
I really thought that was coming. First, okay, so I want to say that I picked this movie, and this was not the movie that I was going to watch. I thought I was going to watch a movie where they had to like escape the land with the dinosaurs in it. You know what I mean? There's 3 dinosaurs. Okay, like the first Resident Evil game. Like you just kind of have to deal with the shit going on in the house. But then the military got there, and like it got weird for me after that. It was because we had that like Jurassic Park knockoff scene, right, in the kitchen. And I was like, okay, this is what's going to be the movie. They're going to have to figure out how to get to the barn and to the house and to the car and avoid like these monsters in the dark. And then it ended up being, I don't know. I don't know what this ended up being, but it wasn't good. I thought that they were going to live there. I thought they were going to kill the dinosaurs, and I thought they were going to live there with Mark and use the research to kind of like keep Mark alive, like give him some kind of injection every other day to keep the blood not out of his mouth. And none of that happened. None of it.
I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. When I first saw the picture, the title, and like I wasn't expecting it to be on a farm setting or like away in the country. I thought we were gonna be, maybe like time traveling perhaps because there's a fucking volcano and pterodactyls flying around.
Fair. That is very fair. That is a fair assumption that you made. I thought I was gonna get like a jump scare horror. None of these things happened. It does, doesn't it? It's got a fucking military man, 2 military men, a pterodactyl, yeah,
an erupting volcano in the back.
Erupting volcano, a couple of eggs.
Nothing.
Did you not see? Wait, did you guys not see that? Did you not see those scenes?
What?
Yeah, no. At one point in time, they're running through the field, the fucking wheat field. And in the back, you just see, volcano shitting its pants, and yeah, definitely that happened.
Oh my god.
Yo,
Don't mess with Jammin'. I believe you.
Tell me why this motherfucking dinosaur T-Rex is staring at Jocelyn, or not Jocelyn, Caitlin, with a fucking egg in her hand, which obviously set the T-Rex off, right? Looking at her like, I'm gonna eat you, bitch. You're gonna fucking die. And then a helicopter goes by and it's like, squirrel? Oh, goodbye, guys, and just fucking runs off. Like, fucking, I don't care.
The tagline for the box on the DVD, I found the box art. The discovery of a lifetime could destroy mankind. They got the balls to show the dinosaur on the box, and it doesn't look bad on the box. But like, definitely in the movie, it did. There was one time I didn't think it had an eye.
I need to find this.
There was never a time in which I watched that and said, did you feel? Because there was another time where they ripped off Jurassic Park. When he said it was a montage of him talking about how he trained them. And he does the stupid fucking Chris Pratt thing where he's holding his hand out and blowing a dog whistle. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, I would have. And then hands him he's like, and then I fed him more. And gave him a dry bone with no meat on it. And it's like, let me deep throat that fucker.
What's crazy to me is, I think I remember one where he said that he was kind of controlling him. But then the T-Rex started acting fucking wild. And then he kind of lost control of the raptors. He said the raptors started acting different then.
Isn't that also something out of Jurassic Park, like the newer one?
Who knows, man?
Where that abomination they created takes control of the raptor pack.
Oh yeah. They start talking and they go.
That's all it was missing. Was some fucking dolphin noises. I'm
surprised they never interacted with one another.
Hold on, that was way too much for their fucking editing. You kidding? You wanted 2 dinosaurs on the same fucking screen?
They could have ran together,
bro.
Something.
It kicked that door open with the most force I've ever seen.
That was somebody just opening a door.
Yeah, absolutely. But she's watching, so it's funny because she's watching, and all of a sudden the door swam open super hard, and she's staring and nothing. And all of a sudden she hears a noise on the other side and turns over to look, and there's a raptor crawling by. When did the raptor come in?
There was a point where she put her back to the wall.
It's real sus.
It's snuck in.
This is fucking Ninja Raptors now? Oh my god, is that a movie?
It's editing.
Ninja Raptors?
Ninja Raptors? How are we not?
You need to learn about editing to tell a story. And so sometimes you don't look directly at a thing. You just kind of, and then the thing happens, and then you look back and it's there.
This 100% would have been a way better movie if we never showed the dinosaur. Maybe one time.
Well, I was like, again, because of the movie that I thought I was going to watch, you just make one really good raptor head.
Yeah.
right? And then you're like, at the door, and then
Alien was a low budget film. Ridley Scott, like the first one he did, was super low budget, and they made like a couple of fucking puppets, and there was a suit.
You fuck with the lighting, and it all works out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring up a point here with what we were just talking about, that whole scene at the door. They pan to the right, but it's not enough to not cut the door out, and they never show the legs cut across.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you never see like, and then even better. So if you're looking at that scene right now, Jammin, look at the right and notice that whoever edited it in was not able to cut whatever, like they weren't able to splice in whatever scene they got the raptor from into it, because there's a giant hole in front of the raptor where it's weird distortion where it looks like he's either walking on a rock or a cliff. There's it's just like fuck you guys, you couldn't take the time to fucking edit this out.
No, time is money, my friend, and the budget is short.
Man, oh man.
Would you like to take a Rotten Tomato swing on this one?
It's so fucking bad. And they tried to make it serious. They really did. They tried.
Again, with the way the movie looked and everything, it would have been a good movie had you not shown us the dinosaurs. Once you showed us the dinosaurs, you showed us exactly where you were budget-wise.
You could have made... Yeah, sorry. You could have made it a dinosaur film. You could have made it a monster film. It could have been that he tried to bring back his kid multiple times, and the abominations that he created are trying to fucking attack you now. And we could have never seen him, and we would have good.
You make a raptor head and a T-Rex foot, and you make it all work from there.
Yeah, off screen shit happening. It could have been good.
The T-Rex could have stepped on one person. That would have been as suffice of a death as the ones that you were making.
You could have said "ah" and then pulled a body straight up, and then blood pour down. I would have believed it. More than I fucking believed him chomping on someone, the arms just laying there.
You give up at that point, man. You don't fucking.
You just stiff up.
Yeah.
Did we have to put the fact that his mom the grandma was handicapped?
I think
did we need to take the handicapped person down?
I don't think that was the director's choice. I think it was just the actress.
Oh, okay.
I don't know for sure. I'm just gonna take that swing because why would you have? There was no reason to do it. I like that the randomly had a car won't start situation. Like
that was already started
well away from where we needed to be. At that point, I'm like, okay, so we need about 20 minutes is what we're saying.
How are you feeling, Mark? I'm not good. I need to lay down. Oh, well, the car's broken. We're walking, so get the fuck up. Let's go.
Leave Mark in the car. Come back for Mark. He's been through a lot.
Also, that helicopter was like just a fucking weatherman helicopter that showed up. Like it was like a newscopter. Who the fuck's in it? What backup?
I feel like the other doctor didn't need to die. She didn't really do anything wrong.
And what's crazy is like, so the military appears, right? And it's just the military. And then like randomly we shoot to a scene in his lab, and then there's just a lady there. Like, oh, I'm also a scientist, doctor. I'm here. And I'm like, and then the lady's like, I gotta get back to the Jeeps. Who parks the Jeeps so far away?
Well,
are you not rolling right up?
You don't want to make a lot of noise with T-Rex, man.
As far as they're concerned, in his mind, he said he didn't think there was actually a T-Rex. Like, he's like, I wasn't expecting a T-Rex. So, the guy could have pulled the vehicles all the way up.
I like that the Raptors got in the house. Because, like, they didn't close the door.
I told Katie, I was like, the dinosaurs in fucking Jurassic Park supposedly got smart, but couldn't open doors. The only reason they opened that one door is because he happened to just keep slapping at the fucking handle and then got his finger in it and went down. But these ones were turn knobs.
They learned to open doors.
Like, it's a turn knob. How the fuck is he doing it without shattering the door?
With grace. He's going, gracefully. With his
What's that mouth do?
Yeah. I mean, 2 out of 5. I don't know. I don't know what to give any of this anymore. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good.
I watched something.
It was below average for sure.
I appreciated that. Like we didn't really wrap it up, right? We didn't say what happened to Jocelyn or Caitlin. All we did was we saw the helicopter fly over, the T-Rex ran away, and then we cut to a scene of the 3 eggs all together perfectly again. So evidently, Jocelyn very nicely went back and put the fucking egg down and was like, "Here, don't worry, little buddy, you're gonna grow up big and strong." And then it started to hatch because this movie also said, "Hey, what if we had a sequel?"
We're doing it again, folks. You know what would have been funny is if the egg would start hatching a little bit, and then fucking Caitlin went pop 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 pop.
I would have loved nothing more than for the cutscene, like the T-Rex went off, and then Caitlin gone back with a cricket bat and just started scrambling some eggs. Like that would have been perfect.
Would you have eaten one? Maybe that's what you do.
Oh my god, yes.
Eat one, right? It's fucking tough.
Obviously. There's a pie shop called Hatched. It's in Brookfield, Wisconsin, and it's 5 stars review.
Your wife makes you eggs, and you're like, "Are they good?" I'm like, "Yeah, but one time I had them dinosaur eggs. That was really good."
It's really hard to beat those dinosaur eggs. It's like that's the life, right?
It's a delicacy. Put truffle in it.
I will say that every time I tried to find it while watching it on Prime, it kept trying to get me to watch something called Hatch or Hatching.
Hatching, let me tell you, has a rating of like 91% of Rotten Tomatoes. We watched Hatched, which does not have a Rotten Tomato rating.
It has a 4.4 on the IMDb scale right now. Out of 10. Like, there are 10 critics that have reviewed it. I want to know why. Why did they think it was necessary to review it? Most of them are podcasts. Those don't count as a review. Hold on a second. Are we? Oh no! Can we be?
We don't count reviews.
Can we be fucking critics now? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't know that I really bought into the premise that the military all just died immediately.
Well, they were dumb. They only brought 4, and then they all split up.
And I don't know how you guys felt about this, but like all of their uniforms were untucked. Most of them were like sagging their pants.
It was really messy.
Everything looked rough. The Kevlar vests weren't Kevlar vests. Like it was just an airsoft vest he had on.
It really bothered me that one of them went north and the other one went south, and somehow they met up.
He goes, "You go north and I'll go south," and then they just walk next to each other for a while. That's not how that was. Like, you go north, I'll go south, and then they end up going east.
We are either going north or south. We are both not doing the right thing.
None of it made sense. I'm trying to create an IMDb account so we can become critics.
We have one for the podcast and crime. Which you can definitely check out,
We need to be critics. What else has Marshall Hawks done?
Fuck Marshall Hawks.
The kid.
Oh.
This movie looks like... there's a movie called Prototype that looks like it's actually some money has been put into it. Oh, it looks terrifying. Never mind. Oh my god, that's fucking terrifying. Never mind. What? No, I'm done.
Let's see. Little Marshall Hawks. Oh yeah, Prototype. Hellcat.
If there was a saving moment in this movie for you guys, what's your favorite scene that happened? Something positive.
No.
Yikes.
No, there wasn't one.
No. You know what? No. There is one. When it cut to the credits.
Fair. That's fair. And they quickly did it. They said, here's a hatched egg. Oh, just kidding. Because they didn't want to show the same hatched egg that they showed before, where I'm pretty sure it was just a different movie of a different dinosaur fucking playing in the egg.
Okay, I'll tell you. I think the scene between him losing his child and like before he started trying to fuck with dinosaurs, I think that was all done really well because it was shot well and it did have dinosaurs, right? Like that was the two big things that we're saying are like that the good and bad is the way it was shot, but then the dinosaurs. So him doing that whole thing and then coming in with his wife and she's crying and he's like, "Look who I've got! Someone's here to see you." And the whole diary reading process, I think that was good.
Real Pet Cemetery vibe when he brought the baby over.
Was. And you know what's so wild to me? And I guess, God forbid, because I've never had to go through anything like that, right? But I can't imagine if Jennifer walked in and was like, "Here's her son." I'm like,
speaking from experience, with losing a sibling at a young age, I'd be like, "Get that shit out of here."
Yeah, right.
Like, just fucking throw it back out the door.
I like to think that I'd be like so happy, but I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna say it. Maybe it's that white people shit. But like, for me,
I agree.
White people do fuck with the occult.
The world works in a specific direction. You are born and then you die. There is no backtracking.
Or, and hear me out, dinosaurs. That's my favorite part.
White people don't fuck with them either.
I brought back to life my child, but also I thought about fucking around with some dinosaurs.
And you're right, because then it could have been this just deformed like child that was like chasing them through the house like child's play. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I would not have watched that movie.
There would have been a point where I'd been like, "I'm done, thank you." No
Can you imagine like you through the house?
Nope.
Nah,
I sure can, and that's terrifying.
Yeah, you're right. That is 1,000,000 times a better movie than fucking someone's a dinosaur fan. That's what happens.
Did they even establish at all that he like studied fossils, or did they just say no?
No, he just got a project.
He was a scientist.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't know enough about science to say that one scientist can do one thing and the other one can do another. So, whatever.
We don't ever a scientist is just a catch-all. He can do science shit.
Yeah, we don't even say what kind of like field he was in.
No. And like watching him just like slap some keys on the fucking computer and then saying embryo success. I'm like, oh wow, fuck me.
And a bubble bug.
Yeah.
There was just an OK in the corner you click. God.
Just in case you didn't know what was going on there, he pulled up some HTML and it was like, oh my god, I made a baby.
And like his lab, which you never really saw anything like
you just hear baby
laboratory looking.
Oh.
He also says laboratory.
He had those two petri dishes full of ashes, and he's just looking at them like, oh my god, it looks like a DNA.
I would have given anything from the port in one cup ago.
The scene where he's using the droplet into the dish, right?
God,
and he's like raising his lip. He's like really trying to make it
that's acting, baby.
You know how he's not a doctor, the type of doctor that should be able to bring a baby into this world? That man filled a syringe up and then looked at it and turned it back over and filled it up with some air, and then he flipped it over and flicked the needle. That is, sir, you have defeated the purpose.
I give my children medicine with little syringes, and I'm like, I don't leave air in it. The fact that you're putting a syringe, like a needled syringe, like half air, and then he pushed it all the way.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I get he's not injecting it into somebody because that's the whole thing. That the reason nurses get the air out is because if you'd had air in your blood, you would die. Like that doesn't go well. But even if that's the case, the point in flicking it is to make sure you get that last little couple bubbles out of that bad boy, and Sir, there is just a breath worth of air in there. Like it's like you've defeated this purpose.
I can go scuba diving with the amount of air you left in this thing, man.
And he's just going to town on that big old syringe.
He pushed all the liquid and then pushed the rest of the air. Good
I gave him the benefit of the doubt. And I was like, maybe it's to get all the liquid out. But then I was like, that's what the like little rubber bit of the syringe is for, to get it all out.
Yeah,
no. Nothing about this man's background really said.
Mark doesn't have a pinky toe because he missed a drop out of the fucking syringe. Son of a bitch!
He's just throwing babies in a trash can. This one's not it.
That's why he needed the remote space,
Yeah, that's fair.
Don't look at that trash can.
We never looked at what he really fed the dinosaurs, but it's just fucking dead babies. Jesus Christ.
Can you take out the trash? Not that one. Don't touch that one. Don't touch that one.
Okay, one last thing that really bugged me as far as continuity goes, because that's what I'm looking for when I'm looking at these kind of fucking movies. They asked the little boy, they're like, okay, so tell us more about what your dad was doing. And then he just starts giving the lowdown. He's like, well, there's a T-Rex and there's two velociraptors and they trained them and they used to be behaved and now they're not. But like at the beginning of the movie, they're like, we made a deal that we'd never tell him about them. And then to go along with that, later on he calls them the monsters because he doesn't know what they. Because A, he's a super baby, and B, he's never been educated other than by what his parents said. Which his parents literally just said, they're monsters. And also, how the fuck does he know who his family members are? It's not like he gets his memories back.
I assumed photos.
Is that but like, is that what you're focusing on in the month you've had with your child? You're like, oh, show him fucking the shitty parents that never come by.
Like, I already have family photos. I'm not gonna take them down.
When he opens the door, he's like, Auntie Jocelyn. I'd have been like, who the fuck are you?
Oh, he's like, there's two little ones and a big one. I don't know. Fucking, I just eat my crackers in the closet. I don't really fuck with anything going on.
Later on, he becomes an expert.
Get away from that window.
Yeah, don't stand into the window. That's when they come in. They don't like seeing you.
If they see you, they come in. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know dinosaurs looked up like that.
Every time they came into a scene, they literally did like this look and then head nod and then I'm gonna get you.
Right.
the one where like he's just looking straight at him and he's just running. It was one of my favorites. Or also the sergeant's like, I got you. It didn't start shooting.
No.
Before you deliver the line, start shooting. Watch the dinosaur die and then be like, gotcha, bitch. I'm fucking.
You know what? He was 1 for 1. That's better than some of the other ones. They were just dying.
That was way better than all of them. The guy that gets fucking attacked in the woods and comes back and he's like, somebody help me! What are you doing, sir? What are you doing?
I said, quick, what's out there? What are you running from? Because that's important if I'm going to try to help you. Do I need to go? For my safety?
he's laying in like the doctor's lap, like, and she's like holding it, trying to keep pressure, and like they're like, okay, like I'm gonna help. Like, you're not that kind of doctor, ma'am. Please just be like, I'm sorry, sir.
Doctors are like scientists, dog. They just fucking cover it. I got a foot rash and I'm bleeding out the side. You need your help.
I'm gonna be like, I would look at that shit and be like,
I don't think you know so. What? I take it back. My favorite part of this movie is because what I was thinking. Half I was Dr. Pretty, whatever her name was. There's a point where she's like, I'm gonna lay you down. I'm gonna get back in this little closet.
He hides behind the mosquito net.
She put his head down and was like, I gotta get back behind the mosquito net. She pokes her head out. Sergeant, what's going on out there? Let's go back to my gold closet. Like, I can see through it. Like, I can see you. Anyway, no. Yeah, that was my favorite part because that was. Anytime I watch a movie where bad things are happening, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. That's what I would do. Like, I can identify with it at least for a moment.
But you would have smashed the eggs, right?
You're already dying. I'm gonna leave you right here.
That's what I'm telling you right now. I'm like, I have no attachment to you. You can't do me any good. You died out there. Like, I don't want any of this.
Private, listen. This is very important. Where are the keys? It's very important you tell me where the keys are, so that I can help you.
I just, like I said, I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. That we all would have smashed the fucking shit out of those eggs.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
you know. The doctor showed up and starts laughing like, we thought it was gonna die because of its accelerated growth, but they keep living.
I would have cracked the eggs on myself and hoped that it fucking hid me like a predator.
Ooh. They would have
Look
thought
at
you
me.
were one of the babies.
I'm a dinosaur like you.
Then you look at it like, my bad. Oh man, that's when you
Nom
get,
nom.
That's when you get fucking dead bodies thrown on top of you, like, eat this, and you're like, I don't know what to do. How long do you fucking cosplay as a T-Rex baby?
Until he goes to sleep.
All right, well, would you guys recommend this movie to anybody?
No, man, again, the way the camera shot and everything, I really thought that this was gonna be like a better movie. It's not. It's not a better movie. It's exactly where it belongs. Free on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, if you guys want to watch it, it is free on Amazon Prime. Jammin, how did you feel about it? Any last thoughts?
I tortured myself so that you don't have to.
Oh, that's
you the viewer.
It's kind of the theme here, actually.
Or hear me out. Watch it and then come to our Twitch channel and then talk to us about it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Those are the real fans.
Those are the real ones. The real ones always come to me and bitch at me. The real ones have our social medias and they hit us up and like, what the fuck? I watched this. Thanks a lot, asshole.
I'm like, yeah, my bad. That makes sense.
Get it?
Makes sense. You're mad.
Like when you watch Santa Claus Save the Ice Cream Bunny.
Anyway, I've been Cleve.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Jammin.
Oh wait, hey Jammin, tell us all about you, man. Tell us where they can find you.
In your closets, just take a peek in there. I'm just kidding. I'm
Eating
not that weird.
crackers? Like a little boy?
Oh man, no. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. Those are the most active social medias that I have.
And how do they find you there?
My name is JamminPacos. That's JamminPacos.
Not to be confused with JamminTacos. Chain coming to you soon. If you guys want to, tell us how much you love Jammin and you want him to come back on other episodes, let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys hit like and subscribe. We come out with episodes every week. Probably more than just one because, we're going to flood your house. With content, guys, not with...
I mean, I'm already in your house.
That's fair. You are. Jammin's actually in the closet I got right over there.
I'm in the closet with my Ritz crackers.
Those are fancy crackers.
Man.
If you guys have any suggestions or want to hear anything else from us, let us know. You guys can reach us on social medias. You already know what they are. Yeah, on guest episodes, we don't tell you about them, so go fucking look at them yourself.
Hey, big shout out to everybody that stuck with us through Dinosaur Month.
Yo, if you're still here at the end of this month, you're a real one, and we appreciate you. Yeah, I've been Michael.
This is Cleve.
And I am Jammin.